Biara Joe Mama Kwaba Batera TVGH so YouTube, Facebook, and when you go so free and what they ato YouTube so and I say Facebook so when you didn't put dia and I'm sure say Jebre na only any inshia mona koma me de ebro no yen koma eba boa wo papa pa me gidi se wate e bi kra sem na me bechi me beken wonnim entwe mu ana se mpo wonte kra na ene tamukutu na me benya abocha na ma chechen sem ye e de atro sweetie na dankwa enwumre me so se Jebre enchepi na yenra John Dramani Mahama o ye Ghana man penny eso afno me so ase Ghana man penny na if it is so ewie ye no na chasa wo so yi mpanimfo a wonam eba so na sene e woni friendship en9 edwumadi a obedie se wo mampani no emu no en wapaw abedwafo bi se wonam epese abedi dwuma se MPs no enyina no wonam enhwe no motototo wo ma no enwere ma dwene mu enhwe so anokwase dwumadi bi obi apese odie no betime edia na enom ena ebia ekopie mu se ye mame eye emefa hard castle a ye CEO emma engineering company bi ena afin so petroleum company wono ena afin so ne dey no mefa castle wona ye papa ono so anodompre wono so MP wono mu mienu nyina edi dwuma sa MP sa wokohye mu wono hye bedwafe kodidi enkomo ebabo ye man Ghana ye hunu de ekosi ye ena ye maame mefa hard castle ene anodompre ena ne yodi ejina mu mpunimpu nyagrokora wogya ene ye friend say petrol edi ehyiemu na nyagrokora ene ye maame mefa hard castle na nsama okan ne de na sabe waye waba na sabe didi atam nsam sefri na no eba ade kotia be masa no entwa yie kwakra womko hye mu mrahye bedwafie no anodompre eden nsam ato Mr Speaker enim ma one me twa hye nyina so adesade ato nanim efisa na anodompre ese wono de asam ewo mu samefa haka so apana chode nemum wono de onye chopa ne ntum na enye ntum echena one me ka mu bi ene ne kasa ya sre ema no ema bibia ekokutwa din na ya Brefo a ya adwuma ewo onua TV media general enkot ne nkraba no mu eba ko enso babonten eba be chacha sansam no yimu ema ne nsam o kan ye bi no anokwa Ghana fo bi echema na jase nsam o kan ankwe na jase ekame ye se ne nsam bi no ya se wo ya tai emefa ha castle echi se otimi edidi bema atam sana na ya Brefo babonten eba be cheche mu se da bi nsam ane kan ye no men kan ne se meta emefa ha castle echi ne mom no me krampo no me pa jase ensase bo baade odidi bema atam se ntia na Ghana fo maso asemi mu na munti asem ne mu yie na wo bia story a na wo didi matam Calvin Taylor kra ne di kan edi matam sabe eba asem no krampo sa nya me kra na nka me ye di o ye no kra wonom na me be cheche mu a wotimi so asem ne mu edi matam se asamba aya munya bote na munti mu ya sa na mo wonsem bi ka maka afa yenkoni nkote na ya Brefo emra
afternoon. I hope so be a home here with you for there. Na Mumubi Mosi and Somohe. Mumubi Mosi and Somohe. If be an area politics because if you are 1 year in this insane. And now we are MPP, this way be our 1 year MPP insane. So them say, and to say be a to be a money. Na se bibi obi tro bibi ana obi ka bibi amontie ni nyira esi ansa mo jimi sebe mo de aba platforms ready di obi maame me obi maame o me obi maame me obi maame na me wo fie so anka ope what dey me channel me obi maame na me wo fie anka ope pa ko wo fie obi enu aye nim no obi any wa oye popular wo feel sebe mumubi no bia and I won't even say those here on my app watching me or my personal friends because some of the things I post on my Facebook page some of the people who claim to be friends who like or who has followed me and are begged to be followed omoka hu bi na edi matem ya monwen mumubi monwen nyina I keep saying mumubi before I'm over Casamon training because say Onia TV, Onia FM, a post BB. Now went CNC, now to one out can quasi send it matter, and I made me post BB. na de no went TNC now can nkwasiasema sabi carrots in a boot and a boot for boot yen na ye kon sa better adwena kire you will share you will find people say oh yeah me feel me I understand but sometimes you need to pump in some sense into some people e bi achimi e bi yare because obi post bibi na nya wo da kire wadwen obi ka bibi na wani nye ho a kire wadwen enkwatena on kan kwase asem sabi say obi a man woman I don't mind me nyo mame anya me nyo nua ba it doesn't matter how you see me I'm not me wa obusuo man ka pe you obi mame me you obi mame you obi yere me nware wo be ma wo kra so ye be ma mumu bisi mo ye ma sen me mumu bi ama mobra mo wo brabo a ne ne sem de bia mo ti social media di atem no kabala mo ne abre page me bia you come and comment briefly and you go your way and GH positive electro don't mind them senior sweet sometimes you need to the beer you have to put them in their place me oba me pe baby adru ababom enti say advocate for ma na bi kasa no man kasa ya we should be able to point it out any politics because nipa no a Ghana for to abama omo enye ndisi for nkwane to you and I will feel so ye ndisi ni a wonya ndisi ni same and I also ye MPP ni a wonya MPP ni same because those people who lead you they are people we rock with ye ni omo nanam they know us very well they know our feeling and who we like and love omo nim and today wo jimie sabi na social media na oh ye no na best sabi bia it won't change anything it won't change the love that people have. Yes, Santi Jai no. What I say? Say I was sick. Me woman issues with a lot of prayer. Sometimes I feel so pray. And now the emotions so kasa. It gives him up. It makes it look like as a emotional intelligence, like how you can calm down. See how I feel you're marking sometimes, or even Patrick Papa sometimes, he will say what he wants to say. But Obiane said your kasa. You can also blame him. Obiane said your kasa. And it said your person can send, but it comes out negative. It doesn't. Papa. And look, the same way former first lady, a disrespected speaker, I boldly said it. Now look, if you don't have the stomach to become a politician or a politician's wife, don't venture, because there's no way any minority, whether it's MPP or NDC in minority, ever can be papa be a president in parliament. No, can say no, the president no be there. So person tipo yes person you block what you know say you wouldn't get what you want there. And how she handled herself during the final State of the Nation address. Yeah, it wasn't appropriate. We didn't even know her like that. And the way she went about it, for Christ's sake. Not NKU. Likewise, this woman, and I've said she's beautiful. I like her. Don't make that mistake. But for you to call another man, not a silly man, silly child, not silly man, silly child, for whatever it is that he did to provoke you, we a politician so stomach it. Because if the president can swear you in and tell you, he doesn't want it. And the things he felt went wrong in the other government are echo. Some of the appointees, Kasafin, any say, Nipano, so you don't start in that manner. So that Nipano no drain, what's in the baby, a gun of what to Abaman. Yeah, for or be in front of some could be in the show. Because on what way, won't tell the Numkasa in that manner. Won't they crowd your mower? Won't tell the so you don't behave in area because you love somebody so much. And even in the video I did, or today's power I did, or sharing my thoughts on the issue, I condemn the fact that Omatra was Obia Sama Waka Wabonti on social media. Now Obi by so by Vetia, Nipa Moy Yakam Wansam, some chairman see a friend Nipananka, some necessity. So betri mu nay Oliver ko hoyi na ye na ya je nchi so akwa say yes I no party na bia asama ye kan na bia o kan na bia yen centrofo po dia say ne ya chocho ne ma basa afa ho no o pacho whistle blow ate ote no ye whistle blowing but he didn't mean to impugn the integrity of parliament. And why would you even waste everybody's time for somebody to come and sit there for hours before you decide to do voting? Oh, them chen. Before you decide, he's wasted everybody's time. That's why attention seeker. Attention because that's what he wanted. Anyway, a friend of his met him on the corridor when he was going out and said, "Why I drink power? Oh, why I drink?" And if I come out tomorrow and say, "Oliver, you come here and come and insult me." But nipa no kind they won't find him wrong because me we him because ya ball pass it to matem na bia ye say adwuma na me ye mejai and adwuma na me ye no ebema ebeboto me na matwe me ho na mejai wunya why tin ye shepo because wunya you some of you no nonsense ni bit some you won't pull me out of my job. I've done more than 20 years and that same job mumu bi to me friend say me peduma wa ha mumu bi to me friend say me ba school mumu bi to me friend and I minister and aboa me wa ha mumu bi the same people will insult you tomorrow. They will meet you outside and they say take picture with me nipa no odi wata mo be say hia the same mo no and I make a mumu bi you are nobodies mumu bi me ko America embassy omo go Ghana for only they omo pie be shebe yani ebia wo gate na no kra wonya ho nyina ebia wonya ho nyina. My first traveling, it was John Dramani Mahama who gave me that open door to travel abroad. My car several times. The very first time I walked to Jubilee, sometimes even the secretary of Nanado doesn't know say what friend me pose me mra ho enti shepo kotopum dead shit newu why wu if the only words you can choose to use on me man woman and you won't she because me fam ma ofie me nware wuni. I'm not married to your wuni me nware wo seso so them say me nware wo se na me ne wo be twempra enti sabe munya adimi mumu bi munya adimi no emoa. I will share my mind today, my thoughts tomorrow next I'll do that. You won't silence anybody on radio or social media. Sabe mujimi eno mo fan silence ye mu bio me ma atra show fantinis ma atra show metra wa acha me start say me adwuma we MPP aba NDC abesen MPP aba na NDC aba me nyaye entinye nne e na wujimi ye sabe wo de be ma me megyan it won't happen nti mu nyaye jimi no why e postu ya kire ya dwen ene. It was wrong for her to call somebody's husband silly child. And for her to even notice, no, say sorry, for her to know, say, she might be right in getting angry and frustrated by the minority, appointment committee, i.e. minority for only or minority. Sasa no mbetwini time. Yeah, you will have little to say when it comes to even floor of parliament. Some so in your report. Floor of parliament. County. There would not be even any need to the obet me any questions. No, the obet me any question. Who question area? Won't mean deny any pan because your numbers are few. All the same, Abdul. You're watching from Nigeria. How are you? You want to invite who? Hope you will come to see your brother. Of course. I don't know where you invite me. Where, my dear? Solomon. I said, don't mind them. Let me mind them. Solomon. Sometimes they be Jimmy. A bit Jimmy too much. And a bit more. I mean, say I want more partner. More Jimmy. Minim. ena pa no so bi o ha 20 50 Ghana 100 Ghana nipa obo pa no so kura say di nkwasi asem no ohia me a ofre me sister ofre me sister yeah adwene say ye be radio any TV akasa ma manfo na ka by this time we nya sa chance no kura nkasa nchemeni ha enkeka nkwasi asem by this time because omo ete parliament dodo na obi wo ha bebre na manyinsi wo mo ebi wo ha my classmate as an age ebi wo so omo ye mpanyimfo sene me let me tell ebi wo ho omo ye mpanyimfo sene me nti se wa jimi afa jimi pe baby fa why so wo yare a onim nyansa na wadwene mu nna fa ko baby because so wo tie asem no wantie asi a asem no kwa wo ntie ase se wo tie na wantie asi ni atwero bibi ho na wo de no be ka asem adidi atem a wo ntie ase because in my family we are not hungry, we are not paupers. Look, we are not paupers, we are not hungry. I'm not a poor girl. In Yami, in Kanchro, in Yami, Yami, in Yami. If for nothing at all, dear, maybe we be a union. Onyen no, or be on room a quarter. Dear me, it be on room a quarter. What it was more, what to think of 4 months, and I'm not so jam be an age. What's the meaning of that? There, Jimmy, no. Now it's social media because some Sahana and did you tell former first lady when did you tell us the Wusu? Look, ask her. Ushiana yes and why? Or Madame Ushiana Bisan, me come against me come at you. O can be near ya meka and ya metri match and found only would be power here. As some now can Sabin show woman Yabeka Sabi since you soon more so to Mika. Sebe ya nipa no yes and obetwe no free ho. What did they mention? Me, I won't even support anybody who say the kasa entity the position obi obekasa be asem we ono so na dwuru mo ha. Because she was fighting for a cause. But if you want to fight for a cause, ensure yes ensure share ensure unifa ensure share so metimi afa. Me metimi aka asem a ya kiro. Ba me nka bo ane kwase a. That is me. Even in my way of letting her know this is wrong, and because of that, some people feel so more bad juma position wonya na feel or the transfer of also an kasa. You might give credence to some of these people who say so. Because affirmative action, but we are asking for everybody to make sure that 30% they are here. So you must all set an example, especially when you've been appointed by John Dramani Mahama or whoever it is in any position. Set an example for other young ladies to follow. Into way nebeshe, koleshe, na ojinaho no crack. The see I am a some nearby. The alternate chain of betting koku yaya. But the engineer who ye was social media. Sabreno, Nadia another break crying. Obi entry enti enu empio obi na edi adanse ene but the pie ye ene de wote ye because it means that nipa no kra directed the your friend is saying micro minority to another point because utie koku ya yira kwara na the man decided to go and say hello to Omanebona and no from nowhere akomande na wo so. I understand that. Said Shem Kokoye Betty, as if so were Michiano. You might not even know the history between the two of them. If people are winning. But the SNA bufu, Yenna be any abre, ya perverting it. Also, more Tremansu, Nipa Monet Tremansu or Bonting or attention seeker. Also, more Tremansu in Mansu in Gamutin and Ra. Adena, a Monday, Adena more Tremansu in Tuesday because in Pano post no or yeah. In Tinka Monday, you could have done that. Why today? Which was yesterday. And before you could pass that comment. Who can minority? No, catch us. Are you talking to me? And also, if you like, walk away. Open crack door. Because where you are, you found yourself in parliament. His grounds. You see how all the parliamentarians came together to say this is wrong? You see how all the parliamentarians, including the minority, all condemned that action. It wasn't like It was the way, the reaction to the action that came. Yes, bibi anko ka papa enje grade. No kre. But I told you bibi ko ka papa no a, baby obeje grade na hu hia. Nye baby a na eje grade ho. Because baby wo ha nipa bebere hwe. Tu ko je grade a, e bia na nka nye sa na otie ba na dash by foforo bi edi. Na obi ehu bibi foforo ho. Nso e bia na normal circumstances. You probably wouldn't react that way. That is why I do baby judges. Had to call, I remember, Sir John, late. Then they had to go and apologize in court. That Beshi, Nemane Casa. That's all I was trying to say. Think about what you say before you talk. Yen to me from yen to me pa. But where you say it, Dr. Asemfo Kodina Kufo enim, it did nothing. When the security wanted to add, Kufo said, no, stop, allow him. That might not be the appropriate place, because you can actually say what you want to say without the insult. You can share your thoughts without the insult. What did I say? You can share your thoughts without the insult. And to say, "Makabi people no wadwene ansai." U feel say anya oda, u betimi a kire wadwene ho. Ya me nso me ho ni say. De me so me ti yeni. Ma fire osimesi wo so wa be fire. Ba wo fire na man woman. Who is this man talking? Utrisho. Unni no se na ye man no. Unni en na ye man no. Unni na ye man. What did they tell? Unni en na ye sa man na o kan wasa. Such stupidity. Stupidity. Me say it won't stop me from sharing my thoughts. Na adwuma ene me ni wa me na me jaye adwuma we a o kira me nya fofo. En na ye moyal. Ne. Believe you me. I won't even go asking for it. Me control letter. Me control letter. Me any application that. Think that my first time I did that was time I meba a judge access. And I'm going interview letter. Me started judge. Me call piece attachment. Me you father that since sitting on a juma. Oh yeah, the we juma. Stayed there for 8.5 years. Me free piece. And I'm called multimedia. Multimedia from producing. And a bear me presenter. Me feel angel and a friend me. All them thing. Me free angel and a media general a friend. No less a person than the group CEO herself. It wasn't once, it wasn't twice. They had called me several times. This last time that I'm working there, it took her to come in for me to go there. And see, I'm not just a mere media person that you think you are insulting or hurting. Because my line of work, I will certainly step on your toes. Me social story. Me social program na me. Me tiwe me social program. Nye no bi na me. See. Me social program na me. From the time I'm home TV show, I do political and social both. And in politics, you certainly speak against one policy or the other, by one person or the other. One policy or the other. How Nanado became a friend was when I spoke against his actions, that he realized I know where this is going, how she's going, and how people are telling me this woman, watch out, because how they treated Afoko was not too good. Former chairman of the MPP, I spoke one day. He sat and said, no, come, let me tell you why I want to be president. He didn't sit somewhere to insult me or get people. If those who decided to insult me, he realized that if you are doing the insult, it means that she's punching something that could hurt whatever the person is doing. So let me get closer to the person. Jenny, go and ask your security couples. Go and ask, how am I not a year bro? Maybe niatem. Menye say simesi the connection. We Jimmy for we ever say. It is about things that are happening that is not right, that I share my thoughts. And if there's any insult, I insult policies. I insult inefficiencies. I condemned her. I didn't even insult her. I condemned her. I didn't insult her. I condemned the action not the person. And the paymaker, the news, Nanaya, he was saying, I asked every day, but oh yeah, a dear man, and I'm no. Me feeling ma, or baby, or your position be a maternity. Dear more thing. People who you think do not respect are my friends, because me, I have a way of speaking to people for you to like me. I'll go and check it out, Richard Mahama. I'll check it out, my dear. I'll check it out. And I can see. I said, why? Who is wearing an eye? Oh, what they have social media? Somehow even creating beef where there's no beef. They are creating beef. Look, when I pass a comment, I didn't even mention anybody's name. Like, me ye program, me mo be the nom dia ko wura fa ba be.
Ne nsama na ya Brefo a ye adwuma e ma media general ne nkrabata bi ye onua TV no wode abetudwa akire mu se nsama a ye e ba bontene e fa ne ho no ente sa kwa se de hu no de emefa kaso ye no ono de won kan se enye debi na bia wo no wantie ne nsam ankwa akiri wantie ne nsam na ankwa wie wotie ne ya na wugina so a wubu naten ente sa kwa no dear or patcher said dear emefa hakaso eye editia anodom pren wanya de na nsase wodi di be matam kwakwa akwanya ne kwan eno no yamamani yamanyen enkyere yensa de biada so woba ma wano etia be ma na empo ekodru sebe utimeka chane so we silly child child akwala Debbie ye cry sa ena all pageant one more omugu social media so mu de na tene na no ye besere se munyina mu bejai na wa wontie ye no sheda kɔ ye wonua TV for more platform so na ekobo de no ne dwumadi a wodi ye ne tie ne nsam a wakan ye na abete na se no ba bia wo free ba no won se wonfoa de emefa haka so ye no so kwakra kra eno ntinemu nchemu na ode ababonten Terra Media na so yasen ye de dwumadi so mo dwumadi bia wodi bia o se betwa ma bia no meka fo Terra Media ma on self to safre wo mo na wo no eni nsan wo so no akoma betime ato wo yam papa Terra TV YouTube Facebook na o share free me show like dwumadi ma ye share ma foforo enhwe bo wadwe nche bia de comment section in the page. Now subscribe to my day and so a day and my was so for you me. Sweetie.